Hi Warriors, here I am with Sharon Nyquist again, and this is video number 1 of the series that we're going to be bringing you. And the topic today that we're going to discuss is something that Sharon calls limiting beliefs. And I think there are probably a lot of you out there who can appreciate this and have probably experienced this in your life. And so Sharon's going to talk to us a little bit about exactly what does that mean? What are limiting beliefs? And how do we identify them? And what can we do to help ourselves through those limiting beliefs? So Sharon, can you tell me a little bit about what you consider to be a limiting belief?
So I think a limiting belief is anything that causes me to hold back and play small in my life. It's an area where I think, and I think it ties very much into scarcity thinking versus abundant thinking. We think that there's not enough of something. So there's not enough time, there's not enough health, there's not enough money, there's not enough love. All these areas of life where if we tend to think small and think in terms of there's not enough, we're always afraid we're not going to get what we need.
Sure.
And so we function out of that rather than looking out at this great big beautiful world that's full of abundance and screams abundance all of the times, and of course we live in a country that's just, we have so much abundance too.
That's for sure.
So I think that scarcity thinking and limited thinking comes out of fear primarily.
Okay.
And we're living on that fear side of things, and it can be absolutely anything from coming in here and saying, I don't think I can lift however many pounds I want to lift that day.
Sure.
It can be something like that to, the fear of getting injured, or the fear of, and I'm thinking more in terms of, people walking into the gym,
Sure.
but, in any aspect of life, but
Could be walking into a new job or something
exactly.
like that.
Will
as well.
I
New
connect? What
relationship.
if I don't connect with anybody?
Sure.
What if, there are so many different ways. It can be absolutely anything that we limit ourselves in that holds us back from being able to move forward and find the success that is really oftentimes right there in front of us, and yet we can't grab a hold of it. And then we will sabotage ourselves a lot of times too, because if we start to get success, that doesn't line up with our feelings of our limitations, so then, boom, something gets in the way that stops us.
Yeah, that's a really great point, and I believe I've probably experienced that myself in my own life, where we have these things out there that we want to achieve, and we're working hard at achieving them, and we start to get there, and all of a sudden we go, oh, wait a minute, so this is actually happening. and I don't know why. Maybe you can help explain why that becomes kind of a scary prospect to us.
Yeah. Well, I think it's scary because it's a cycle, right? We see it happen over and over and over. It's like a lot of times the things that impaired us or stopped us early in life are the same things that we face, maybe in different areas or in different aspects, but we kind of just go through the same cycle over and over again throughout life. And I think that is scary, because it's like we get this feeling of, can I ever really get past this?
Right,
And
sure.
maybe we try something new, like coming into TFW and thinking this is going to be the thing. And then we start to come up against maybe some of those same old barriers that we've come up before at times in our lives. And it's like, okay, what if this is one more thing that just fizzles out? And,
Sure.
And then we get fearful about that, and all kinds of things gets triggered. But if we can stop in that moment and really face the fear and look at the cycle, things can really begin to change.
Okay. So one of the things that you and I talked about earlier too is one of those limiting beliefs can be saying to yourself, I'm not deserving, right? And I think that although we may not be conscious of that, I believe that's something that comes into play. And I guess from my own experience, I would say with women in particular, because I think that we, not that you guys don't have these things going on too, you do. But I think when it comes to women, we tend to be the caregivers, the ones who are doing for others. And we tend to be kind of way down on that list of priorities, if we're on that list at all.
Yeah.
We tend to feel like we need to spend our time and our energies on others, and that's our role in life. But acknowledging that everyone is deserving of successes and growth, I think is a great thing.
Yeah.
Very important.
And just owning our own value,
Sure.
right? It's for both men and women. It's like, and you're exactly right. I think it often looks different, a little bit different for men than it does for women. But that whole area of owning our own value and is my health worth it?
Right.
That I get in and take care of myself so that I'm healthy for my family
Exactly.
or healthy for my job or whatever. And it's like we tend to not really feel worthy to own our own value and
Sure.
to say I am worth it.
Okay.
That's a huge barrier that we have to really confront.
Okay. So we've talked about limiting beliefs and scarcity. So I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I'm not strong enough. Things like that. So what would be converse of that? What would be non-limiting beliefs or talk?
Things like we say in here all the time, you got this. I
Halusa.
think Halusa. I think those. I love that, and I love the family, part of that where we're really there for each other and encouraging to go beyond, and to do something bigger than we thought that we could do,
Sure.
and then to have the support from other people. Sometimes other people believe in it more than we do.
Yep.
And so when you have somebody like standing right behind you, like you've done for me so many times, like, you've got this, share, it's like, okay, maybe I do, it's like, and then I'll try harder. I'll
Sure.
try something that I wouldn't have done on my own because somebody else is really there helping me believe.
Absolutely.
It's so powerful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So limiting beliefs. So that's one of the things that we need to try to kind of recognize and work on in order to be able to move into some of these areas of our lives that we want to be have some more success in. So
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Yeah,
Sharon.
you're welcome.